我把我的这个老朋友，这个贾庆国教授呢，那么从今天参会的这个人数，大家也看出来了，这个
The greatest threat to the world order is the Russian war in Ukraine. Agricultural products from Russia, there's a food security crisis, and it's been the fact that Russia crossed the border with an armed force, unprovoked, and has started this war with so much human suffering, so many innocent civilians dead in Ukraine. This is a direct violation of the United Nations Charter. It's a direct violation of what the Russian Federation signed up to when it became a member state, a continuation state in 1991, after the demise of the Soviet Union.
Just one, I can say a lot about whether it was provoked or not by 5 waves of NATO expansion, by everything what was happening since 2014. Remind of all that desperate efforts by my country to promote Minsk agreement and complete failure due to the position of our opponents.
We have the fear, we have the desperation, but I can assure you, many of us have. You may hear sometimes, I think we just heard from the Russian ambassador, 5 waves of NATO expansion. I wonder why NATO had to expand. Who was it who invaded Georgia? Who was it who invaded Ukraine? Who was it who stationed troops in Moldova without their asking or permission?
On the present situation of the world order, the deliberate choice by Russia to attack Ukraine contravenes all the commitments made by the Russian authorities and constitute an unacceptable and indisputable violation of the Charter of the United Nations and all the founding principles of the European and international order.
Between China and the US. So
the fact is you are blockading Ukrainian ports. You're intentionally bombing Ukrainian grain and agricultural centers, and that's depriving the rest of the world from the grain that's needed in this food crisis.
Please let me remind you that there is a lot of ways to take that grain from Ukraine. If somebody wants to do it, the shortest, easiest, and cheapest is through Belarus to Baltic ports. But false narratives prevail.
Balance between the human rights and the sovereignty. For